We need next-gen thinkers out there. We need thinkers that are going to step above and beyond to create mindset initiatives, daily routine and practices, and ultimate neural performance strategies that they can implement instantly for you to scale from 6 to 7 figures now. Because what it comes down to is once you unlock these certain things, you're able to really understand them, to utilize them, and to unlock that power from within. My name is Dhahan, and I'm a neural performance expert. And my job is to teach you strategies that unlock your mindset and potential and power so that you can live with abundance, freedom, and wealth. As always, if you like the content that you're hearing, please like, subscribe, and get ready for next week where I'm going to share with you more secrets that allow you to unlock your mindset to the next level. So let's get started. Number 1, the brain. In this chapter, we decode the brain. We start to understand what the brain is all about. Now you see, you have a brain and you have a mind, and I'm going to go in depth on understanding what is the difference between both. When we go into the brain and we start to understand the components of the brain, when we go into the mind and start understanding levels of your subconscious, this gives you an overview understanding of how things are moving in your brain, and especially the supercomputer that we have up there. Now see guys, we're on these devices all day, all long. Computers, laptops, everything, all the time. And what we don't understand is we consider them to be so intelligent, but we actually have the supercomputer right here. See, our supercomputer is quite interesting because once you start to understand the mechanisms of it, it allows you to start to understand how to control thought, how to create thought, how to eliminate thoughts that come in, especially those negative ones, of course. So once we decode the brain, learning the theta level of your subconscious is the most powerful level. In that level of your subconscious is where you can make and break habits. You know, you've always heard of hypnosis, or you've heard of meditation, or you've heard of praying. You've heard of labels that are all to do with you getting in check with your own subconscious level. I will give you strategies, tips, and tricks in this to be able to understand how you can quickly implement them and see results right away. Things that will help you overcome some negative thoughts, be able to help stop that self-chatter that we do sometimes to outweigh, the actual performance that we want, that we know that we're capable of. So that's why these strategies are so important to implement daily, to have that type of accountability and discipline that you truly need. In the chapter of the brain, I really go into some of the holdbacks, what I call the setbacks, the keepers, as my coach would call it. These gatekeepers called judgment, ego, and fear are what break us and hold us back from the truest potential that we have. It's the judgment of others and the judgment within ourselves. It's the ego of saying that you are the best, understanding confidence versus arrogance, and fear of the unknown. When we break these down, I start to give you a way to understand them, to be able to control them, and to be able to truly utilize them the right way. We break down the fear of failure, one of the biggest self-chatter, self-talk mindsets that an entrepreneur can get into, especially when scaling to 7 figures. This mindset of the fear of failure isn't really failure anymore. It's actually the fear of success. So when I explain to you what that means and how to actually overcome the fear of success so that you can really step into that entrepreneur and that person that you are, that's going to take your business, your team, and your skill sets to the next level, that is one of the magic ones. And lastly, in the mind section, we get to decode and break down a live example of how you can use a strategy and listen to my voice and hear the tonality and get yourself into a state of mind where in the morning doing your meditation or you're praying, you're able to auto-correct yourself, put yourself in the right state of mind, and be able to have energy throughout the day. In the second part, we dive deep into emotions, how our heart now responds. Now that we've understood the brain and understanding the way that the brain actually functions and how it controls certain things, now we have the other brain to worry about, which is our heart brain. Our heart brain is the ones that brings the emotions into it. It allows us to think emotional versus logical, where at times that can be good, but when it comes to business, it can be detrimental. So we now focus on the emotional capacity of how you understand what emotions are, the 7 common emotions, and how 6 are negative and 1 is positive. Joy is the only positive emotion that humans feel. So it's quite interesting to see how 6 of these negative ones approach us on a day-to-day basis. Negativities, adversities, conversations that we may have with those around us, and now how to actually truly be able to control that, to be able to harness that, to be able to leverage when these emotions happen and not lose your logical brain so that you can still make the right decision in any given circumstance. I go through the frequency of how emotions allow you to connect with people, how emotions now fuel you in certain ways, but also how emotions can really set you back. And then I give you the number one strategy that you can implement in 6 seconds. In 6 seconds, when any negativity or adversity is going to hit you in a day-to-day basis, you'll be able to apply this straight away and help yourself truly control those emotions so that you can have a positive mind, you can think logical, and you can make the decisions that are going to help you scale your business. In the third part, the third section is all about energy. Have you ever wondered when somebody walks into a room when they have that type of flair and flavor to them? You know, they can walk in and they can have that type of ambience, aura to them. Well, guess what? It's all about manifesting energy, but not just manifesting it in your brain or in your heart. This is now truly using your soul to connect it, having pure intention and being able to go into the world and shape the rooms you walk into because of the energy, that flair and that aura to you. Well, energy is all comprised of one thing: intention. So when I teach you how to put right intentions to your energy, it allows you to start to control that energy. It allows you to have a one-on-one conversation with somebody and to truly show them that you're empathic, to truly show them that you're active listening, to truly show them that you're there to support them. This energy, that I like to call it, allows me to get into rooms like I was just last weekend when I was at an airport and I was walking up to the airport and there was a bar there and I had a little delay in my flight. And there was a few people sitting there glued to their devices. And I walked up, I sat down, I said, how do I put some energy here? I thought to myself, well, I'm going to use my tools that I've learned, the same tools that I'm going to teach you. And as I sat there looking around and seeing everybody on their phones, I started to realize to myself, this is the time. This is the time that energy needs to actually be created, because you are the creator and cultivator of energy. So what do? I start off a conversation. My vocals change. My patterns change. Volume increases. I hear a couple other people starting to chime in, starting to look over. I can see with their body language. This kind of stuff started getting the whole bar engaged in the conversation. And at the end, we're choosing each other's characters from the Breakfast Club. And also they are saying out loud that they wish their flights get delayed so that we can continue our conversations. Guys, how do you get to a point where you're in a busy airport, Detroit airport, and people that are very sophisticated business entrepreneurs are there sitting alongside me saying that they wish their plane gets delayed? That is the true manifestation of energy. And I will show you the tips, tricks, and strategies that I use to be able to harness energy, to be able to create energy, and to be able to go out and empower energy to others. In the fourth section, this is all about communication. If you've noticed, I don't have a like, or ah in the way that I speak, but speaking is only verbal. There's also nonverbal, the tonality, the pitch, the volume, the duration of words that can make a bigger impact. Body language, what I'm doing with my hands, what I'm doing with the way that I'm looking, my head moving, my feet positioning, certain eye movements that I'm going to show you. In communication, we really dive deep into exactly what it takes for you to have the connection with someone one-to-one, one-to-few, and one-to-many. This helps you break down exactly how you can now sell your products to people, how you can truly build better relationships with people, and how you can truly get on a stage or on camera like this to be able to actually, get your word out the right way. You see, communication and connection go hand in hand, and we've lost connection. We're so glued to our devices nowadays that we're not paying attention to how to truly connect with people, how to build honest relationships. People are the most magical thing here. People are everything. We say money is everything. We say time is everything. People are everything. So we might as well understand how to get used to people and how to get in control of understanding how to build proper relationships, how to build proper rapport. This allows us to connect with people through conversation. This allows us to communicate the right way so that we can truly go out and impact the world. See, we're looking to scale from 6 to 7 figures, and it's definitely going to be with people. So getting in tune with understanding your mind and how your neurology works, getting in tune with your heart and being able to think logical versus emotional, especially in times where your business needs to succeed. Being able to harness your soul's energy that's going to be able to push out into the world so that people can feel you now. And then ultimately, the communication, the way to linguistically use the God-given tools that you've been provided, the service that you have to offer to the world, which is you being your authentic self. That's what this course all is comprised about, is these 4 core modules. And most importantly, throughout it is the implementation of it. See, it's great, guys, to learn all this amazing content, to go to conferences, to learn from coaches, but the implementation and accountability is the most important. So I will be with you alongside inside my Facebook group where I'll be updating, constantly posting. You'll have access to me and my team. In this, you'll also be on weekly live calls where you'll be able to actually work with me one-on-one, to be in a group setting where you can actually explain certain circumstances and we can decode them right there and then and give you tangible, actionable strategies to take on what you're dealing with present time. Not just future, but most importantly, present time. This course is designed to help you have a foundational course learning. So you can do it self-paced, you can take your time doing it, or you can blow right through it. Either way, I would recommend that you stay a part of the calls, you stay a part of the community, you get in touch with our team and become a part of the NextGen movement, because we need NextGen thinkers out there. We need thinkers that are going to step above and beyond to create mindset initiatives, daily routine and practices, and ultimate neural performance strategies that they can implement instantly for you to scale from 6 to 7 figures now, because that hump is sometimes very challenging. You've made it, you've done well, you've done good. I don't care what business you're in. You can be in the real estate game, you can be in the coaching game, you can be in whatever product or service that you sell. Because what it comes down to is once you unlock these certain things, you're able to really understand them, to utilize them, and to unlock that power from within. I always say there's a lion or lioness sitting in that cage that you've locked up. You put her away and you know he's there, but you've done it. You've put some locks on it, and that's okay. The key now is to finding those keys. So I'm going to show you how to get those keys in your hand so that you can unlock those locks, open that door, and let your lion or lioness be able to come out of that cage, to stretch themselves out a bit and get ready, because they've been waiting for that deep internal roar to come out. Now, I know you, and I know that you're capable, able, and ready to make this next decision. I know that by the time you've got to this part of the video, that you are vested and interested in knowing these neural performance strategies that I'm going to teach you over my many years of studying the brain, the mind, the way that humans interact and connect with one another. And I'm bringing you all of that knowledge inside this one course, this simple course. It ain't going to be easy, but it is going to be simple. You follow the steps, you implement the strategies, and you will see the changes. You will see the results. I guarantee my results because I know how powerful they are. And I know that the coaches that have taught me this are very well-known names that you will know very well if I said out loud. But at this moment, I'm going to hold that back because I am looking for true champions. I am looking for people to believe in me as well as believing in themselves first. Once you believe in yourself, you look at a coach or a mentor like myself that's going to help you level up, but teach you things that nobody in the marketplace is teaching you. Teach you how to control this, how to understand how to learn, how to understand how to implement, to keep accountability in daily routines like I do my 5 a.m. club every single day. I'm going to teach you time management strategies that are going to really hone in on being able to manage your time so that you can implement these strategies the right way. Guys, it's all about neural performance. Why I created neural performance in my own methodology was because of the neuro being the brain, but the performance, what our brain is capable of. You know, they always say we're only using 1/10 or 1/3 of our brain. Well, that's a lie, because with neural performance strategies that I'm going to teach you, you'll be able to unlock more of your brain to think more clearly, to make the right decisions so that you can scale to that 7-figure mindset and beyond. And there you have it. This outlines exactly what I'm going to break down and show you in my course that's available. So please click the link below, get a call scheduled in so that I can help you truly unlock that mindset and take you to a 7-figure mindset. As always, if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and get ready for our future weeks where we're going to be diving deeper into the brain and understanding more and more strategies that you can apply every single day on all different aspects of your life so that you can truly live with abundance, freedom, and wealth.